Brought to you by Penguin.
"300,000 Kisses" by Luke Edward Hall and Seán Hewitt. Read by André Santana.
1. Eros, too, wakes with the season, as earth rolls through spring and ignites with flowers. Then the god departs from Cyprus and goes among men, scattering seed on the ground. 2. Boy, you're like a horse. Already sated with seed, you've come back to my stable now, longing for a good rider, an open meadow, a crystal stream, a shaded grove. Theonis, Elegies. Prologue. Seán Hewitt. In the two brief lyrics by the ancient Greek poet Theonis, which open this book, we get a first glimpse into the sunlit classical Mediterranean. In one poem, the springtime and the blooming of the flowers becomes the blossoming of love and desire. It moves across the land, mysterious and sacred. In the other poem, a boy is like a horse, full of muscular heat, drawn with urgency back to his lover. These verses are frank and tender. They give us sight of a world long before our own, where queerness was not only acknowledged, but shown to be utterly part of the fabric of life. The erotic takes place alongside the elemental. Nature governs the passions. Everything is full of longing, and it is only right that we are too. It is natural, when we don't see ourselves reflected in the world around us, to look for another world. It is natural, when we feel alone, to seek connection. All of us look for a past. But what happens when, gazing back in time, we see a world without us? That idea of a world without us is a lie, and the gaps in its history are no accident. But history is not the past, only the way it is written. Look closer, look longer, and what might first appear as a black sky suddenly seems to sparkle with 100 constellations. For queer people, the act of recovering history has often been one of discovering it, too. Is it any wonder that, placed on the dock during his trial for gross indecency, Oscar Wilde spoke of a love common to Plato and Michelangelo and Shakespeare? History and culture were proof of an enduring love that could produce some of the greatest works of art his audience knew. Picking up that golden thread and placing himself as one of its inheritors was an audacious and supremely affecting move. Many people in the court gallery, almost in spite of themselves, applauded. Those names Wilde spoke of may be familiar to you, but I invite you to add the names of the characters and writers in this book, too. It is a long and glorious list. Every queer person has this same past and deserves to inherit it. That sudden outbreak of applause in the courtroom is a glimpse of what it is like to witness a birthright brilliantly reclaimed. It takes our breath away, and its power resonates far and wide. It is that same radical and revelatory feeling I experience when I read these queer tales from the ancient world. I find that, rather than being cast out on the dark tide of history, I am sailing in a ship of gold. When I first read that speech by Oscar Wilde as a teenager, I felt like the world, and my place within it, was forever changed. I found a hoard of jewels hidden from public view, a vibrant, justifying life beckoning me with what felt like a promise of belonging. When I heard whisperings about ancient Greek culture at school, I felt like I was being told a secret. Those scraps of history felt illicit, mysterious, thrilling. I went off in pursuit of as much evidence as I could get my hands on, finding queer heroes and heroines and reading myself through them as I went. I came across Achilles first, a warrior whose name I knew because a part of my own body was named after him. Even a tendon in my own heel linked me.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?